Hey everybody, I can see the sounds on. That's what I was checking in case you wonder why I'm being weird today. Welcome into the Flippin Hippos YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, the second day of October, so we're on our second. Sorry about that. Today I am so discombobulated, so get ready for amateur hour here at the Hippo Hut. We are on our second day of Q4, our second day of the best month of the year. We're full on into fall. And before I get into my plush video, I'm going to test something out here. It may be fall in October on the calendar, but it's about 98 degrees here in Pittsburgh. It is hot, 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 hot. And I usually turn our air conditioning off when I'm live because it's kind of loud. But I'm going to see if I can have it on and it won't really be that bothersome because it is hot. So if you guys hear like a and it's too much, I can turn it back off. But if we can handle the background noise, I would rather not melt into a pile of disgusting sweat in the middle of October. Anyway, let's see who's here. Shelly's here, Linda, John, Dan, Flippin' Daddy, and Lisa. Welcome in. Today is Wednesday, right? Lisa says happy Tuesday. I'm apt to believe that it might be Tuesday because I clearly never know what day it is. I put August dates on my what sold video yesterday. Originally the title and the thumbnail said last week at Q3 August something, and I meant September. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday. We took Sydney to the airport last night, and I knew she was flying out Tuesday, but I could be wrong. I'm a mess. It's hot in Ohio too. Hi Holly, welcome in. Grand Larceny. Anna says snow. Well, where the heck are you, Anna? I would love to know where you're at, Anna, that you have snow. It's hot here. It's disgusting and it's muggy. Trina, MW, you're not late. I'm still rambling. I haven't even gotten into the plush yet. 94 degrees in Arkansas. Scott's here from Texas. Welcome in. Thanks for coming. Angelita says you can barely hear the AC. Well, that is a good thing because I had it off. I was on the phone with Casey and I had it off so I could hear him. I had him on speaker so I could measure. See, I'm always multitasking. So I measured all those jeans under the hippos while I had Casey on speaker. We were brainstorming some stuff coming soon, I can tell you guys. And I had it off because I couldn't really hear him, and I'm just dying. It's like, so, Deb, hi. Lisa says happy Wednesday. It's a day. My computer says it's the second. That's all I know. Reseller King, welcome in. Anna is in Canada where it is snowing. Heather says it was horrible hot yesterday but chilly today. Cool down coming my way. We were told from what we looked at online and heard on the radio, we're expected to have this huge heat wave for the rest of this week, and then we should see a cool down. Southern Blue Skies is here. Alright, so you guys know that over the weekend we had some house guests and some people in a meetup, and we went a lot of places. We went to a ton of places. We had Bill and Dave from Gnome and Frog here, Dan from Flippin' Daddy, Holly, my mod, and Sydney, the Posh Boss, on Saturday, and we traipsed around to TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Ross. Early Saturday morning at like 7 o'clock in the morning, Sydney and Keith and I went to a church sale. And then on Sunday, we went to 3 Goodwills, a mall. I can't even remember where. We went to, it was like 2 non-stop 12-hour days of going around and sourcing. And I got tons of stuff. I'm going to show you all the plush I got because I like to not, like cherry pick what I show you with the plush. I like to show you all the plush because they're my favorite. And then tomorrow I'll be back live again to show you the highlights of the clothing. I won't be showing you all of it because there's a lot. So I kind of picked out the best and the good examples of bread and butter and stuff like that. But I will show you all the plush. So I got a ton of plush from a church sale, and then I got a ton of plush from Goodwill. And all the plush I got over the weekend were all 50 cents. They were 50 cents at the church, and I hit pay dirt at the Goodwill for 50 cents. and one plush cost me $1.99, and you'll know why when you see him, and you'll understand why I paid up for this plush. But every other plush you're about to look at was 50 cents. That way I don't have to keep telling you guys. So they were all 50 cents. Good morning from California. Hey, welcome in. Denny's here from Kansas. 54 degrees in Wisconsin. I can't speak today. Afternoon here. Jaminson's Closet says, yeah, it's noon here. Bill and Dave are here. Welcome in, guys. All right, so let's just jump on into the plush. I got a lot to show you. There's a whole nother bag on the floor. So, actually, we'll do this bag last. That has like couple big ones in it. So I'll show you this one first. This is a really cute, super cute lovey. It's a bear, and has a blankie. I'm going to refresh my screen real quick. I just noticed it says 0 people watching. Okay, there we go. So we have a bear. He does something. I don't know what he does. He's got a box, so I'm going to have to open him up, check for battery corrosion, put batteries in him, and see what he does. Never mind. He has batteries in him. You can barely hear him, though. Anyway, so he plays Lullaby, Bram's Lullaby. He's got a blanket. And he is Carter's, which is a pretty good brand for loveys and baby toys. Toss some over there. Hi, Rhonda and Amelia. Welcome in. I got a Beanie Boo. His tag is faded. I can't even read it. But that's okay. He's cute. He's got glitter eyes. I got a tiger. This one is Walt Disney Company official. So he'll get a little bit more than like a Mattel or Hasbro one would, even though he's small. Look what I found. Y'all remember these guys, right? California Raisins. It's by Applause. There you go. And he's posable. I dug. This was from the church. I dug and dug and dug and dug. I think Sydney actually has photos of me sitting on the floor with my legs crossed, all comfortable, and a ton of plush around me because I was digging. I was hoping they had more of these, but there was only one. He's got sunglasses. He's cool. Miss Mimi, I give solid, usable advice. Well, thank you so much. That's very nice to hear. Artist Cassandra, will you tell about what you'll price them at? I mean, I could tell you what I would price some of them at. It just depends. Some of them I'll have to comp. Some of them I'll just make up when I go to list them. Some of them I know offhand. But you guys can always look up the comps and the solds when you have plush to list and find the prices. So I just really do the plush hauls to give you guys ideas for what you should be sourcing. And remember, my cost of goods is really low. But most of the plush I source, I would recommend getting if you can find them for a couple bucks or less. Some of them I would say $1 or less. And I usually tell you that. If I have plush, well, first of all, when I'm out sourcing, if I see that they have a tear or any kind of damage, more often than not, I'll leave them behind unless there's something very special. If it's something really super unique or that would be worth a lot of money in spite of the damage, I would just disclose that in the listing and knock a couple bucks off of what I comped it at or what I want to price it at. But if it's not anything too super special, I would just leave it behind. I do not personally sew them or repair them. I don't want items not as described. I don't want items returned. I don't want to screw it up. I don't want to make the damage worse. I don't know how to sew. I'm not great at it. So I usually either just leave them behind or just disclose it. So this is a Hello Kitty Easter Bunny. She is Hello Kitty by Sanrio. She's a Thai. This I wouldn't know. I'd have to comp that because every time I go to look up Hello Kitty, it seems like they're getting cheaper and cheaper and cheaper because people love to race to the bottom. Angry Birds, green pig. I've never sold one of the pigs. I've had plenty of the birds go for 16 and 18, so we'll see what I can get for the pig. I'm trying to aim them all over here towards my IKEA bag. They're not all making it. I had two of him. You guys know who he is? And these guys are in the same exact condition. Neither one has a hang tag. They both have their tush tags. They're like in the same condition, so I would just make one listing for him and put that I have two. The last time I found this guy in the wild was about 2 years ago, and he went for like 18 or 20 if I remember correctly. Anybody know who he is? This is Puxatawny Phil. He is a Pennsylvania famous groundhog. Puxatawny Phil. He's the one you see on the TV on Groundhog Day. He's famous. So I picked him up. I got two of them. Dan knows. Dan lives in Pennsylvania, though. The pigs go for more than the birds. That's cool. That's good to know. Shelly says, I cannot give the Angry Birds away. What's funny is the Angry Birds that I list typically sell so fast that they sell before our sale prices hit. So say for instance I wanted 16 for it and I listed it for 20. Normally new items sit for a little while before the sale grabs them in, so they'll sell for 20 before the sale grabs them. They go really fast. I don't know about the Vero thing unless you don't have a brand that is acceptable with them. The brands that I pick up for the Angry Birds are like official Angry Birds. The Angry Birds are kind of like the Minecraft. You have to have the official brand. Minecraft is like Mojang. If you have Mojang, Minecraft Plush, it's okay to sell them. But there's other brands that are kind of like ripping them off. So as long as you have, official brands, you should be okay. It's funny watching me sling them across the room. But yeah, I do really well with the Angry Birds and the Minecraft, but I don't find them as often. This guy is cute, and so I don't even know what the heck he is, and I don't care because he's got tags and he's cute. I'll figure out what he is. I will list this one as new with tags. Okay, so let's talk about that for a second. The thing with new with tags with plush, you have to be super careful because some people don't cut their tags off. So you could have a plush that is definitely used and really old with perfect tags, and you wouldn't want to list it as new with tags. So you got to be careful with that. I only do it if they're like in excellent, perfect condition. If I can tell they're newer, like a newer character, a newer brand, or a newer plush. Things like this, I will list as used because this is clearly older. Let's see if it has a year. He's official Looney Tunes. And I don't know if you saw that, but I don't see a year. I'll have to inspect it a little bit better. There it is, 1998. So yeah, he's vintage. Got a vintage Taz. I got a Dora. Her hair is a mess, but that's okay. I'll just kind of make it look nice in the photos. There is a live action Dora movie coming out soon, so if I see Doras in socks, the monkey, I've been trying to grab him up. This is Eeyore. Did you see me look at him like I had to figure it out? Like, who the heck is this? This is Eeyore! And this is Another official Disney plush, which is a good thing. Disney's good no matter what, but the Hasbro and Mattel's and the Just Plays and the Disney characters, that brand, they don't sell for as much as official Disney store, the Disney parks. I'm trying to kind of sort through these and show them you. He got stuck on the bag. SpongeBob SquarePants. He's a tie. SpongeBob thumbs up. So he's a specific SpongeBob. So when I comp him, I can type in thumbs up and make sure that I'm looking at ones that are exactly like mine. Excuse this bag. We don't need that. All right, I have a Collector's Choice Angelica beanbag friend. I don't know. She was cute. It's from Kmart, which is now defunct, so I don't know if that makes it more valuable, because these wouldn't be readily available anymore at the store. I'm not seeing a year on her. It is Dandy. You guys didn't know that Dandy Collector's Choice is Kmart. This actually has a Kmart brand. I mean, she was 50 cents and she's super cute. Worst case, she'll go for like 12. I got a Garfield. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. And this is a really old one. It's got the, if you guys see these tags that look like this, where it literally is, how would I explain that? So it's like, it was one tag that got folded in half. It doesn't have like printing on the front and back. You can see where it looks like they had one long tag that they printed on, folded in half and attached it. Those are vintage tags. And he is a 1981 United Syndicate brand, which was a brand that did a lot of Garfield stuff in the 80s and 90s. So he's a vintage Garfield. I got this cute deer because it was cute. It's a tie. Its name is Chestnut. I'm trying to... There you go. You can see his name. It's Chestnut. Yeah, angel stuff does move pretty well. Angel bears. Any animals that have like wings or halos. People seem to like those. This little deer is so cute though. Look at its little dots. Rhonda and Amelia have that Garfield. Dawn's here. Welcome in. My Little Pony, because I always pick these up. The thing with these, this size, they're by tie usually. This is Princess Cadence. I sold the Build-A-Bear Princess Cadence once for over 20 bucks. But the ponies this size that are by tie, I'll usually sell for 12 to 15 depending on the character, the condition of the pony, and sometimes I'll lot them up, 2 or 3 together for like 20, 25 bucks free ship. Alright, we got a bunch of Beanie Boos. We got Speckles. No, his name is Specs. I just sold the Specs recently. I can't remember for how much, but I remember selling him. He was probably more like 12 or 14, not one of the real expensive ones. I got a little owl. His name is Chills. Sophie is a little cat. I've been doing really well with these little cats. I've sold one named Pearl for 13, I want to say. She was just in the What Sold video. And there was the one from Claire's that went for like 15 or 16. Yeah, the vintage tags are really easy to spot. They just have a bunch of writing on them, and it looks like somebody folded it in half, and you have to kind of read and turn it as you read it. And they usually always have the dates on them. A lot of the newer plush, they don't put dates on the tush tags. This is Isabella. I think she's a dog. What do you guys think? Is that a dog? I get plush all the time that are missing their hang tags. I'm going to try to find... Alright. For those that might be new to plush, this is a hang tag. This is a tush tag. So when I say hang tag, I mean like the cardboard tag that's usually attached to them up here. And when I refer to the tush tag, it's this. As you can see, most of them always are missing their hang tags. Having a hang tag can make it more valuable. You can add like like $2 to $6 depending on what it is. I just kind of like willy-nilly choose. But I do raise the price when they have a really good condition hang tag. And I don't typically pick them up if they don't have the tush tag, because that the tush tag usually tells you what brand it is, if it had a date, if it had a name, stuff like that. I will pick them up without any tags at all, hang tag or tush tag, if it's a super, super recognizable character, like Marvel or a Nickelodeon or a Disney show or movie, things like that. But if it were a more generic-y, or even sometimes with Disney, if they don't have a tush tag, I won't get them, because I can't tell if it's like one of the more expensive Disney plush or one of the Mattel or Fisher Price or whatever. So it depends on the plush. I get them all the time without the hang tags. To me, that's not that big of a deal. They're worth more with it, but you can still sell them without those. But without the tush tag, it has to be super recognizable, and then you got to be careful about the brand. Like, you can't really say Disney store or Nickelodeon and then door. You would just have to say what it was. Does that make sense? Yeah, Beanie Boos are hit or miss. I say that all the time. There's some that are worth money. There's some that aren't. I get them for $0.25 or 50 cents, and so I usually just grab them all and bring them home, non-discretionary, and then find out what they're worth when I get home, because I pay so little for them. I don't really want to sit in the store and comp 12 Beanie Babies. I just get all 12. I pay $6 or $3, whatever I'm getting them for. Well, who did I show you? This is Glamour. Yeah, with the Beanie Boos especially, you want to have the tush tags just so they have their name. People that collect these are looking usually for specific characters. Although you could find their name if you can, like, if she didn't have a tag, I could look on eBay for Black Dog Beanie Boo, blue eyes, and hopefully I find her. This is Tracy. She's cute. Alright, all the Beanie Boos go over there now. Bye-bye. I'm abusing the animals. No, they're all like, most of them are making it in. I have a bag set up over there. I'm putting them in until I photograph them. Alright, this is a peekaboo. So this is a generic brand. You can see the Goodwill tag. This is like a claw toy. But he was cute. So, just like with clothing, sometimes I'll pick up non-worth-it brands if it's something super unique, super cute, something I think I can flip anyway in spite of the brand. This is a little monster with a piece of watermelon, so he got brought home. What can't I say about plush? Nothing? I don't know that I even understand the question. Look at this guy. Even he was 50 cents. He's a bear throw pillow by Pillow Fort. And he's cute. And he's big. Like, I never find the big plush like this for 50 cents. And he is so cute. Alright, we're going to try to lift the little bag up here and pull out a minion in swim trunks. His tush tag's inside his trunks. He's from Despicable Me. And I got this because it's so cute. It's by Carter's. It's a really nice, she's really soft. And she has a wind up. And she plays a little song, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. What can't you say about plush in your ads? Anything, I mean, you can say anything that's truthful or that you can prove in your photos. You can say the brand, how big they are. I always include a picture next to the measuring tape. I wouldn't say vintage unless you can prove they're vintage or they're clearly vintage. And make sure you're buying authentic plush, and you're fine if you put in the brand and stuff. I guess I'm answering that okay, maybe? Love the pillow fort items. Yeah, they're cute. I found a Disney loving. $4.50. It's a little Disney baby. I had the Simba one of this a long time ago. The Disney babies from the Disney parks. Simba was wrapped in a leaf. It was a tiny baby Simba, and his blanket that wrapped around him was a leaf. This one is Pluto, and he has a little bone, and it opens. And so, like, I love it. Isn't it cute? Oh, yeah, you can't say Velcro. Like, that had Velcro on it to attach the blanket. I mean, anything you can't say anywhere else on any other type of item. That's Vero. Look at this. See, now this tush tag is, I can't even read it. He looks like Felix the cat, but I don't know. Yes, I do know. Never mind. I can read the tag. It does say, I was saying, like, if you look at this side of the tag, you can't read it. And he looks like Felix the cat, but he's pink, and I didn't want to get in trouble for saying Felix the cat if he wasn't Felix the cat. But if you look inside, it says Felix the cat. So I have a pink Felix. We just talked about Felix, I think it was last week. He's a bolo, for sure. The Disney lovies are so cute. Yeah, I think our Simba and the leaf went for like $20, $25. It was a couple years ago. I can't really remember, but he was pretty pricey. The pillow pets. I would pick any of them up personally, but my cost of goods is 50 cents, so you have to keep that in mind. If you're paying $1 or $2, you do want to look, like Shelly says, for the more unique. This is a classic toy company, that brand I'm always talking about. This is a little black and teal wolf or husky dog. I'll probably use both in the title, wolf and husky dog. If it's in the item description box and it's in the drop down box as a choice, I would think that you could use it. The Vero on Velcro, they don't want you to use it as a keyword in the title. They don't want you to put it in your description that you type out. Shelly says, no, don't use it. I definitely wouldn't put it in the title or the description box. You can use hook and loop. Sometimes with animals, if their hands stick or they have a blanket with Velcro, I'll say sticky hands, something like that. Hey, Lady Halflin, welcome in. This is an octopus, and he is Winkies. So this, I'm going to read this to you because this is really cool. You guys can look for these if you can find them. Winkopedia. This octopus can change its color to gray, brown, pink, blue, or green to blend into its surroundings. So I don't think the plush actually changes colors, but the octopus can. And so with the little plush, there's a little fact card on his hang tag. Stuff like that I do well with. Any kind of animal that comes with like a fact card, like I had some sirens. You can find some of the Wild Republic animals. Stuff like that. People seem to like that. I call them fact cards, but I don't really know if that's the proper term, but that's what I call them. I live in my own world and do what I want. Yeah, you might want to not use Velcro even if it is there. I've always seen hook and loop as a drop down, but you said it was a hat. Hats and shoes usually have the hook and loop option. Here's a Gans Webkins. This is a moose, and he does not have his code. I have not sold the moose yet, so I don't know what he's going to go for. The Webkins are hit or miss. I've had some without codes go for a lot more money than some with codes. Again, this is just one I buy when I find it for 50 cents or a quarter and bring them home, and I'm either wonderfully surprised or I flip them for like 12. This is so cute. I don't even know what to do with myself. It's a panda from the restaurant, Panda Express. I see these up there. Keith and I do eat at Panda Express. There's one right up the road. I always see them and I think they're so cute, and I've actually contemplated buying one before for myself. May keep him because I think they're like 12. No, they're like 18. They're pretty expensive at the restaurant, and he's so cute. His name is that Pot PP or Pi Pi? I don't know how to say it. He's cute. Or I'll list him and he can just hang out with me on my desk until he sells. But isn't he cute? Hook and loop actually is an item specifics option in a drop down menu that I've seen on shoes and hats. I have seen it. Very specifically, very recently, like not for a long time. Whenever they did the changes with the item specifics, you guys know that very recently, like after eBay opened, they changed the item specifics. They're filling in more for you. They're putting more emphasis on them. Ever since that, when I started listing all those shoes, I got like the 3 huge lots of shoes, I started noticing it as an option on the drop down menu. But it hasn't been for a long time, Shelly, so don't feel like you didn't know. It's been since they did all those changes, and I think it's more specifically maybe on sneakers where because I saw it on some sandals too. The item specific drop down for fastening or closure, it was there, and it's only been since I got those the 3 or 4 really big shoe hauls that I started seeing it. He's still over here. It surprised me. I was like, oh, that's cool. And I saw it on a couple hats I was listing. And I'm sorry that the elephant is playing music again. Look at this! It's a troll! It's a big troll! 50 cents for a giant troll. Now this is an example of one I bought without any tags because it's so recognizable. We all know that this is from the Troll movie. But I won't be able to put a brand on it. I would just say Troll movie or whatever. Find out the character's name. She did have a tag, but it was cut off. It was on her leg. You can see it. But she's recognizable enough that I got her. And because she's big, bigger plush go for more money. She's got some ratty hair. But picked her up for 50 cents. And then this is a cheap claw machine brand. It's Nanco, but it's a duck corn. I had a panda corn very recently that was a panda unicorn. Went for good money. I sold it for like 18, and it had a $5 price tag on it originally, MSRP, that I cut off. So when I saw this, even though it's a claw machine brand, it's cheap. It's unique. It's very pretty. Little uniduck, duckicorn. Grand Larceny has the same exact troll. This is Yoda. He has a tiny little tush tag. He's official Star Wars. And he's got his little lightsaber. And is just sucked on a lemon face. Isn't he cute? I get such awesome, can't speak today. Awesome plush. Yes, I do. I'm very blessed that I find the plush that I do. And for the prices that I do. Everything I've showed you was 50 cents. Everything I showed you was 50 cents each. This little bunny is Homer Best. This is a brand you do want to look for in plush. Homer Best. This is a nice little tie-dye bunny. He's so cute. And then I just sold the blue one of these. I can't remember if he was 16 or 18, or if he was 18. I took a best offer of 16, but you would have just seen him in a recent haul video, or a what sold video, sorry. In a recent what sold. It was a blue one. This is Classic Toy Company, the brand I talk about a lot. And I've told you guys before, this company does like make a ton of different colors of one animal, and there are people that collect them. So I was really excited to find this red lobster, since I knew the blue one went for so much money. I was happy to bring the red one home with me. We just talked about Homer Best in your Facebook group. Yep, that is definitely a Bolo brand. This is a Bolo, guys. Anything Pokemon. The balls, the characters. You want to look for the official Pokemon. There's Pokemon Center. There's Tomy. Any brand's good. Those ones are the ones that are going to be fetching you the most money. This is just a little Pokeball. It'll probably go for about 14. I got a Fisher Price Santa Claus. I'm trying to see if he has a year on him. No, I guess I just picked him up because he was cute. I always buy so much plush when I'm out. And sometimes I get home and I look at them and I'm like, why did I buy this one again? But here's a Santa Claus Fisher Price. He's cute. And then we have one more bag, guys. We've got one more bag, and I just put something over there to show you last. So I will show you what's in here, and in the meantime, you guys can throw your questions up in the chat now. And I'll get to as many questions as I can before I take off. Let me get a drink of water real quick. That's super cool, Grand Larceny, that you can get plush that cheap. That's awesome. The cheapest I could find in thrift stores thus far is the 50 cent. And then sometimes I'll hit 50 cents or a quarter at church sales or yard sales. So that's really awesome. Got an official Disney Olaf. You guys, the sequel's coming out. You want to pick those up. This I got because I'm pretty sure it's vintage. I pick up My Little Ponies anyway, regardless. But this one I think looks really old. I'll have to probably do a little bit of research. But I seem to remember this one with the 3 white dots from my childhood. And she just looks old. And if you look at her tag, her tush tag, it looks like one of the older tags. She's going to need a bath. She's got dirty little feet. So I will spray her down with Awesome and let her sit overnight. She'll go through the washing machine. She'll air dry. I'll make sure her hair looks decent enough when I research her. If she's worth it, I will comb conditioner through her hair or fabric softener. Both of those work. If she's not, worth more than 20, 25 bucks, I won't. I'll just make sure it looks decent enough after she gets her bath. I don't like to spend a lot of time on plush that aren't worth a lot of money, because time is money and our time is valuable. So keep that in mind and don't, spend too much time on an item, whether it's looking it up, comping it, getting it ready for photos, unless it's worth the money. It depends on the brand of Pokemon, Denny. Some do, some don't. Most don't, actually. Most don't. It really just depends on the brand. I fortunately live with a Pokemon nerd. Keith knows all of them. No, I can't say most. Keith knows all of them. I can hold the Pokemon up, and he can tell you which one it is and which evolution it's in. But you can always find them online, or if you're on our Facebook group, ask someone, they'll be able to tell you who they are. I want to do a video on it, but I'm shy. I'm definitely not shy. Cotton candy from the 80s. Yep, that's why I remember her then. I put all my plush in the washing machine that need a bath. It doesn't hurt their eyes. I do tell people, though, not to put them in the dryer. And I know that there's a lot of people who say that they've put their plush in the dryer and they're fine. I don't recommend it. I have personally, even before I was a reseller, ruined plush in the dryer. There's a ton of people that tell you can stick them in there, and I don't care if a million people say that. I'm going to stick on my stance that I've seen them get ruined. So they should definitely be air dried. But I do put all the animals in the washing machine. If they're filthy enough that they need it, they get sprayed down with Awesome. They run through the wash, and then they get air dried. Never had a problem with that. I'm not smooth. I sit here and stumble over my words half the time, knock stuff over. This is like the most amateur YouTube channel there is. What do you do to your store to revamp it? Do you mean refresh? You can search my channel for how to refresh your eBay listings if that's what you're referring to. Are you talking to when you refresh everything? What do I do with the plush that you buy and then find out they aren't worth listing? I honestly list them, and I haven't done that in a long time. So nowadays, I don't actually bring home plush that aren't worth listing. I know what I'm doing well enough now. Back in the beginning, yes, I did make mistakes. Or we would get, the big bags that some of the, look how cute my friend is. The big bags where they sell a ton of plush for like a couple bucks. We would see inside, like Pokemon's or Disney's or something that was worth it. So we'd bring the bag home and take the good ones out. And then the rest we lot up, actually. So anything that came in a big haul or that we made mistakes on, we just lot them up and people buy them. There's a lot of people out there, teachers, people who work in nursing homes, people who work in preschools, anywhere that give out prizes or anything like that. They will buy these lots of these generic animals. So you could throw a bunch together and sell them as a lot. But I really think the only time we ever had any that weren't worth listing was the ones that came in the bags with the ones that were. I'm not saying that to sound like a snot or anything, but I really don't bring home plush that's not worth listing. To me, if I get it for a quarter or 50 cents and I get it home and it can only sell for 10, 12 bucks, but it weighs like 2 ounces, that's still worth listing. So, Awesome is a cleaner you can get at the Dollar Tree. You can use it on shoes, plush, clothes, stains, your countertops. It's amazing. It's awesome. It costs $1. Yeah, refresh. Just look on my channel for how to refresh your eBay store, I think is what it was called. What speeds, and we just use the delicate cycle, I guess. Keith does all of our laundry for us. So I'm pretty sure he uses gentle. If not, I never had an issue with the eyeballs. If you're concerned about it, you could put a pillowcase on their head or something, but I've never. I have had issues with dryers, though. When I was a kid, I had a pig. It was a white pig, and she had long, silky hair. She was beautiful. My mom stuck her in the dryer, and she actually came out looking like this. She looked like a lamb. It was all... So I don't recommend the dryer, but gentle cycles should work, like Lady Halfling says. I want to say that's what we use because that's what I told Keith to do. He does all of our laundry because it's 3 flights of stairs down, and it's really hard for me with my back. But whether he remembered that or does what I told him to do, I don't know. But they come back up here just fine. So Star, it is because of you and Zombie Bargain Hunter that I started doing plush. Think of you every time I sell one. Thank you so very much. That's very nice to hear. Thank you. Coming from a collector, I'd still recommend against. Well, I mean, I've been doing it, and that's what, when you run into different resellers who believe different things, or collectors. Like I said, I have loyal, avid viewers who stick their plush in the dryer and swear to me it doesn't damage them. And I absolutely 1000% recommend never sticking a plush in the dryer, and people still do. So I guess it's one of those things where it just depends on the person and their experiences. If they've never ruined a plush in the dryer, they're going to put them in the dryer. They're not going to listen to me. That plush is filthy. It's black feet. It needs to be washed. And because I've never had an issue in the dryer, or the washing machine, she's going in the washing machine. I absolutely respect your opinion as a collector, and your advice is great, but I'd rather risk something with her eyes than have her being disgusting and dirty. She's not going to clean up by hand. It's not like it's one spot that I can clean with a Tide pen or whatever. Her feet are black, so she's going to be bathed. Not too worried. I clean all my plush with Awesome Cleaner and an old Tide pen and a paper towel. That usually works for spot cleaning, but ones that are really filthy or have a lot on them, I spray them down with that Awesome and let them sit overnight, most like you would with spray and wash or a spot treatment, and then they go in the washing machine. Sanita, Alicia, hi Star, first time catching you live. Thank you for coming in, I appreciate it. Alright, so I have this lamb that I'm waiting around. Her name is Lala. And she's a bigger Beanie Boo. So I picked her up to see what I can do with the bigger one. I usually have the little ones mostly. And this one is super cool because he's a fly drake from IKEA and he was only 50 cents. Yay! Bill and Dave just threw up a link. I'm assuming that's the one to the refreshing your eBay store. So thank you guys for that. Big hands off to my mods. They're awesome. I'm trying to... He's got a lot of tags. But there you go. He is an IKEA drake. So I'm super excited about this. I have never found in the wild... I mean, I've seen these at IKEA, clearly. They're plush, but I've never found one thrifting in the wild. So this will be my first IKEA plush. And he's a dragon. And dragons sell well regardless of brand. People love dragons. So I'm super excited that I have this little dragon. And he's so cute. And he's so cute. I love the IKEA plush. Yeah, they are cute. This guy is super cute. Alright, I got 2 more to show you, so... when I'm done, I'll take a couple questions. If you guys have them, throw them into the chat. So this guy has a funny story. Bill and Dave, you guys are in the chat, right? So you'll remember this at the Goodwill when I was freaking out. This is a furkin. Furskin. He's a teddy bear. He's got overalls. He was 50 cents. But when I got up to the cart, here's his foot, the checkout, I mean, he only had one of he has these boots. They're super cute boots. So he only had one of these on when I went up to the checkout, and I swear to God, he had started his days with me, his life with me with 2. And I freaked out. I'm like, oh my God, he only has one of his boots. Bill was like, are you still going to get him? I'm like, yeah, he's still definitely he's worth it. Absolutely. This guy's going to be worth a lot. For 50 cents especially. So I would have just sold him with just one shoe if I had to. But I went back to where they keep the plush, and I dug through they keep them in these bins on the shelf. There were just so many of them. There was a cart full. I dug through all of the plush. and could not find his shoe. So I was just like, well, I guess I'm just going to sell him with, only one shoe. We get up to the checkout, and I'm putting all of our clothes that were the color of the day, red, first on the counter. So they had all the 99-cent stuff first. And I pulled out a pair of jeans, and the other boot flopped down onto the floor. And I about lost my mind. You can ask Bill and David. I about lost my mind. I was like, oh my God, there's the shoe! I was yelling and so excited because I guess his shoe fell off in the cart and went under a bunch of clothes. But there he is with his shoes on. And he's super cute. Found a Douglas silver dragon yesterday. Yeah, people love dragons. They're a popular animal to flip. But yeah, the girl looked at me like I was crazy because I squealed. I'm like, there's his shoe! So excited about my fur skins. All right. Speaking of this guy, I should add an asterisk to what I was saying earlier about plush and the washing machine. Obviously, if they're electronic plush, if they sing in any way or wind up, don't put those in there. You can't put electronic or singing animals in the water. But you can put them in there. Otherwise, I would think. That's my opinion. But this guy just reminded me. I don't want anybody to I don't think anybody's stupid enough, honestly. I'm not saying that you are. But just don't put them in there if they sing or whatever. This guy, I'm going to have to push this and peel this off. They wanted everyone to clearly know what this bear does. So they put this masking tape on him. Anyway, this is the only animal out of the whole lot that I brought home. Everything I've shown you was 50 cents. This is the only one I paid up for. Hey Pete, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. And I'll show you what I paid for him. He was $1.99. And he is Animal Planet. And I'm going to show you what he does. Because he's cute. Isn't he cute? He even goes, "Roar!" I love him. I want to keep him. This is the one I really want to keep out of all of them. This and probably the panda and the dragon. But this guy is so cool. I have to do it again because I'm a child. Look at the fish's tail. Isn't he cute? I don't know. I really like him. I think I want to keep him. Anyway, guys, that's everything I wanted to show you. If you think of questions later that you forgot about while we were live together, you can come back and leave a comment on the video. Do it again. Full disclosure, I'm usually about a week behind on YouTube comments. It's just how it is. My life is very busy. I do get back to people super fast to the Facebook group. If you tag me in there, you'll get your answer in a couple of hours. So that's how I always recommend people to get a hold of me. Join the Facebook group if you're not in it. There's a link in the box down below. You can look for the Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. It's a mouthful. And make sure you tag me. I did notice over the weekend and the last couple of days, I've noticed that there's a lot of posts where people are saying, hey star, this, that, hey star, I have a question, but I'm not actually tagged. You're just missing the tag. So I could still miss your post or your question if you don't make sure that I'm tagged. It won't notify me and I could miss it. I try to go through the group every couple of hours and just kind of scroll through and see what's going on and what people are talking about. But it's best to make sure that you tag me. That is the fastest and best way to get a hold of me. I'm always behind on YouTube comments. Like I said, full disclosure, about a week. I hardly ever check Instagram messages. I forget and I don't get notified. Facebook, if we're not friends on Facebook, it buries your messages and doesn't show them to me. So that's the best way to get a hold of me. I had a lot of messages over the weekend that I almost missed, and like I said, some posts where I wasn't really tagged, and I had some people kind of a little upset with me on Instagram, getting a little upset with me. That's a nice way to put it. But people were mad because I was taking too long to answer them, or this is the 5th message I've sent you, and I'm like, but I've always told people the best way to get a hold of me. You can't expect me to see your email out of 1,000, but if you tag me on Facebook, I will see it, especially if it's urgent. So let's see what you guys are saying real quick before I log off. Know where your water shut-off valve is. Down in the basement, I think. Bye, Anna. See you later. No, typically I don't keep the plush, not even the Harley Quinn ones typically. I list them. They hang out with me on my desk so I can enjoy them until they sell and then they go. I have kept 1 or 2 hippos and 1 Harley. Anyway, if you need anything, join the Facebook group. Hit the like button before you guys leave. It really helps the channel out. Something so simple as hitting the thumbs up really, really helps us. And if you haven't already and you'd like to, subscribe to the channel. Help us feed some hungry hippos. You can also find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We're at Flippin Hippos on all social media. Thank you guys for joining me today. Thank you so, so much. I always love hanging out with you guys and seeing you and talking to you and participating with the comments live. I'll be back tomorrow with a clothing haul. And until then, you guys, we are officially in Q4, so we got to keep the momentum going. So go be productive. Go get some stuff listed. And have a great day. Bye.